Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do the light effect, also known as a hologram, and also the light effect with text. You can get really creative with this and create some awesome video. So the first thing we're going to do is create a new composition. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can go here to create a new composition, or you can go up here to composition, new composition, and set up all your settings. Now I'm not going to rename this composition. I do my videos in 1080p, but there are a whole bunch of different settings you can use all the way up to 4K. So just choose whatever your liking is. I'm going to keep my frame rate at 25 frames per second. Actually, no, I'm gonna change that to 59 because that's what my video is in. You always want these settings the same as your video, whatever you shot in. So if you shot in 25 frames per second, you want to make sure this is in 25 frames per second. So when you're rendering it out, it plays real smoothly for you. So once you got that, you want to go down here to your background color. I usually just keep it on black. You can change it to red, or there's all kinds of different colors through here. So like I said, I'm gonna keep that on black. I'm gonna press OK and OK, and so you can see there I have my new composition. So now I need to put my video in. Now there's a couple ways to do that, but the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna go to my File Explorer, and right here you can see I have my video, so I'm just going to drag that right down here, and it just inserts it just like that. Now what I like to do, my computer ain't all that great, so I like to create a proxy for this. Now if you do want to create a proxy, what that does is it just renders out your video better to where it plays real smooth. If you have a computer that ain't very fast, then it's really good to set a proxy for your videos. It takes a little longer to do, but it's worth it if your computer's slow or if you have a smaller computer. So I'm going to go ahead and create a proxy. Now you can do it for a still or a movie. A still is for a photo, a movie is for your video. Right here I have a video, so I'm going to click movie. I'm going to keep all these settings the same because all I'm doing is creating a proxy. I'm not exporting it or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and press render, and I'm going to let this play through, and I will get back to y'all. Alrighty, so now we have the proxy set. So all we're going to do is exit out of that. Now right here, you can see that these are the same right here. Playing smoother now. And what I like to do is I like to move this to line up with my video. And to make this the full length, you're just gonna right click right here and trim comp to work area. And it actually makes it the whole length. So you're not messing anything up or anything like that. Now what I'm going to do is there's going to be parts that you want to cut out. So like right here, I don't want it to play until right before I point at my phone. So maybe about right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is highlighted, and I'm going to press Control Shift and D. And that splits the video. So obviously I don't need this part, so I'm going to highlight that and press delete, and it deletes it. Now you want to take this and move it all the way over to the very beginning of the composition and highlight that, and you're going to press your left bracket and your right bracket, and it lines it up perfectly. So now that I got that, I point at the phone. Now I don't want this part with my feet showing and all that, so I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way till the phone's lit up. Right here is where I'll split it. So again, I'm gonna press Control Shift and D, and that'll split the clip. And I'm going to go back here to the part that I didn't want, So maybe right when I'm pointing at the phone. So I'm gonna, again, Control-Shift-D to split the clip. And obviously I don't want this. I'm gonna delete that. And again, right here is where you want the video to meet. Because right there you can see it just goes to a black screen. So right here, you're just gonna highlight that again. Left bracket, right bracket, and it matches up. So now just make sure that you want the rest of the video like this, which I do, because it's going to end right here. And again, go ahead and take this right here and move it over so it lines up, and right click that and trim comp to work area. So now you have the full thing. Let's pre-compose this. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can left click to highlight both of them, or you can click on one, press Control, and click on the other, and it'll highlight both of them. Now once you got both of those highlighted, you want to right click and go to pre-compose. I'm just going to name this video 1. And you want to move all attributes into the new composition. So press OK. And there you go, it's all in one. Right click, go to New, and Adjustment Layer. Now under the Adjustment Layer, make sure that's highlighted. Now you want to go to your effects and presets. That'll be over here in this bar. So go ahead and click on that. And the first thing you want to get is your curves. It'll be right here, and you just want to drag that down to the adjustment layer. Okay. And what you're going to do here is you're going to go to the part to where the phone's actually lit up, because obviously it's not going to do anything like that. So, and what you're going to do here is you're going to go to the part to where the phone's actually lit up, because obviously it's not going to do anything like that. So right here is where it's lit up. So you're going to take your curves and you're going to move it all the way over till you just see the light of your phone or your TV. You can do this on anything, a computer screen, whatever has a source of light. You can make this light reflect off of it. So once you got that, we can see here that it's just showing the light from my phone. And now you want to go back to effects and presets and type in radial, and you're going to go down here to radial fast blur, and you also want to drag that into your adjustment layer. I usually move this to the top. You don't have to, it's just what I do. Right here where it says standard, right next to zoom, you want to set that to brightest. You can see it kind of lights up right there, and you want to set the amount to 100. You want to go to mode and click on screen. So now it's actually lighting up just a phone screen. Now if you was to do this without the curves, everything would light up like that, and it wouldn't look good. So now that we got that, we're gonna go ahead and set this, because you can see right here where my hand's putting off some sort of light, and we don't want that. So we're gonna move this right here to the very beginning of the phone, so about right there. And we're actually going to move this adjustment layer over to that line, about right there. So now when we go back, our hand isn't giving off that light. So now we have it lit up all the way through the video. Now you can actually adjust this. And to do that, what I do is I click time watch on center and amount. Now I'm actually going to set the amount to 0. Because I don't want it to set off the light yet. I want it to slowly come into the video. So now that I got it set on 0, if you click on the adjustment layer and press U, you can actually see your keyframes. Now if you want it to move these, you can actually move them one by one, or you can highlight both of them by left clicking and just highlighting them, and they'll actually both move. So now we got that set at 0, and now what your center does is you can actually move the light. This right here actually moves the light around, but we'll get to that in a minute. So now we got it set at 0, so I'm gonna drag it, I say about 5 seconds, and then I want the light to pop up. So to do that, you just want to set the amount to 100. So there we go, the light's popping out, and what will happen is the light will slowly come up. And like I was saying with this keyframe, you can actually move it. So say you want it at 7 seconds, you can just move it right there to 7 seconds. So it takes a long time for it to pop up, and it'll actually make it look a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. Nah, that's not on. Alright, now we're at about 7 seconds. So now that we're at about 7 seconds, you can actually adjust your center level now. And like I was saying, what that does is that moves the light to wherever you want it. But I'm just going to keep it about here because the camera's actually moving. If the camera wasn't moving, then I would probably move it around if it was just, you know, just sitting here. But obviously it's not because I got the camera moving. So I'm not going to do a center, so I'm going to go ahead and uncheck the center time watch because I don't need that now. And I'm just going to come right here, about 9 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and set the amount again, but this time I'm not going to mess with the amount up here. I'm actually going to come down here and just set a regular keyframe, and then I'll probably go to about towards the very end of the video. I'll go to about 13 seconds, and then I want it to go back down. So the way I'm going to do that is just go to amount and set that to 0. So let's play that back and see what that looks like. It kind of just, you know, shut off too soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drag this keyframe that's set at 100 with the amount, and I'm going to drag this right there so it stays on longer. And what it'll do is it'll just come, and then it'll take longer for the light to fade out. So I say maybe about right there, and then when the camera's going down, the light will just start fading out. Alright, looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's a lot more to come. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later.